How's everyone doing? Hope you're all having a fantastic day, and welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. In this one, we're going to cover 5 free airliners that are coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator in the near future. Under every single video I have done about the upcoming airliners to Microsoft Flight Simulator, everyone was always questioning which ones are free, which ones are payware, and I must say I did mention that in basically every single video, which one is going to be freeware and payware, but just so I don't have to respond to every single comment, I am going to make this video, which is 5 free airliners that are coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator in the near future. If you do enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot, and as well grows the YouTube channel due to the fact that it helps the algorithm. Also, on the top right corner, you can check out our car channel, which is a pretty nice channel where we've just got some new gear, so we'll be uploading some very nice videos in the near future when it comes to that. So make sure to check that out, non-stop driving on the top right corner. But let's get right into the video. First up, obviously, the A380X by Fly-by-Wire. My opinion, one of the most anticipated airplanes of all time. But the Fly-by-Wire team is best known for its free implementation of the Airbus A320. In parallel to the ongoing development of this aircraft, the development team is also working on a freeware that will bring the largest passenger aircraft ever built by Airbus into the Microsoft Flight Simulator, the Airbus A380. While there have been small screenshot packages spread over months, the team is now increasing the anticipation with a short video from the cockpit of the giant published on Facebook and YouTube. In it, you can see how various systems are booting up bit by bit. In addition, the textures can also be assessed for the time being. Wear and tear on the displays, buttons, switches, and seats can be seen. This ambitious project seems to be progressing at a good pace, keeping in mind that the team behind the project is still pursuing their respective professions on a day-to-day basis. We've also seen some shots of the outside of the aircraft, which all look wonderful. However, these pictures are getting a little bit old, and I would love to see some new exterior shots of the plane, as the last exterior shots, if I'm not totally mistaken, were December last year, which is a pretty long time ago. But again, A380 team, you did watch the last video, so again, very good work that you guys are doing there, and appreciate all the work you're doing. And then the second plane that we're going to talk about is the DC-10 or the KC-10 by Aerodynamics. I am just blown away by this. I found out about this last week, and I think it's for me, the most anticipated plane. So Aerodynamics announced last year that they were going to bring a highly detailed simulation of the McDouglas DC-10 and also the KC-10 to life by hands of real-world pilots and boom operators of the KC-10 tanker. They are intending to build the most realistic simulation ever seen in desktop flight simulators of the DC-10 and the KC-10. Their plan is to create 3 different models for Microsoft Flight Simulator: the KC-10, the DC-10F, and the DC-10, which obviously is pretty amazing. Aerodynamics is looking to create a high-fidelity simulation of these airplanes, as they also have direct access into the airplanes themselves, which give them access to the systems and therefore having all necessary data to accurately replicate its features and functions. Aerodynamics says that they have decided to completely model the cabin of each aircraft as well. The plane will also come with a detailed flight manual, which already consists of more than 300 pages, which is just ridiculous. In terms of the system programming, the team has taken inspiration from the Fly-by-Wire team and adapted their techniques to create the required systems. The exterior model also looks absolutely amazing and has mostly completed with all their liveries. You can follow their work on the Discord channel down below, and this plane also is completely free, just like every single airplane on this list. Next up, we obviously have the A310 by iniBuilds. The iniBuilds A310 is a long-term partnership with Microsoft Flight Simulator, which will be brought to Microsoft Flight Simulator along the 40th anniversary of the Microsoft Flight Simulator franchise this November. The A310 is a wide-body aircraft designed by Airbus Industry, obviously one of the biggest European aerospace manufacturers in the 1970s and 1980s. And still are. The aircraft introduced a 2-crew class cockpit and is truly a versatile aircraft, perfect for short long-haul operations up to 10 hours of flight time. Since the initial announcement, they have also remodeled significant areas of the aircraft and completely retextured the aircraft, making full use of the powers of Microsoft Flight Simulator to provide a fantastic visual experience alongside a focus on the details of the Airbus A310. They've also ensured all rivets, panel lights, dirt placements, and decals were technically analyzed and placed throughout the aircraft to provide you with a truly immersive experience when flying this highly advanced aircraft from the 1980s. Moving on to the systems, they have completely rewritten their code base for the Microsoft Flight Simulator version, enhancing and improving their A310 systems in all areas from the previous iterations of this product. Significant parts of the aircraft have greater levels of dynamic behavior and reliance, for example, in their electrical system. Each item within the aircraft has an impact on the power drawn from the generators, even individual fuel pumps, which will cause realistic electrical system demand changes. iniBuilds is known for their high level of details in studied level aircrafts, and therefore I cannot wait to fly this airplane. One also plane that I'm just so happy for that they actually bring it to the simulator, because it's the last plane or the last Airbus that flies like a Boeing, and I'm a Boeing fan, so yeah. Fourth on the list, we have the A310 by Digital Flight Dynamics. The A310 is one of the most modern aircrafts that the world has to offer. Digital Flight Dynamics is planning to create the so-called A3X as a freeware option, which has the goal to be released as a high-fidelity freeware simulation of the A350. The A350 is a long-range wide-body twin-turbine aircraft, which is incredibly, well, it looks incredible and also has an incredible cabin design. The team has recently been facing some difficulties over the past months, as the 3D modeling of the aircraft has been moving slowly. This was caused by the fact that they had no way of sharing large files, which were crucial for the development. The other area in which they have some troubles, or had some troubles moving forward, is that the A350 is still the newest plane of the Airbus line, and therefore not much data for reference have been made public. And with the lack of that, it is hard to create a highly accurate replica of the A350. Most of the times, it will take a long time to research the given development process. However, most of the issues have been dealt with, and the team has shared some progress on their latest YouTube episode. Lots of images were shared over on there of the external model and flight deck. We still don't know how much about the system depth, as that has not yet been shown off. There will not be a separate EFB, iPad or tablet, whatever you want to call it, as the Airbus A350 includes the OIS, which is built into the cockpit, which acts as the EFB for pilots. Microsoft requires Marketplace or Xbox planes to be licensed, so this is not possible for freeware developers because it's just very expensive to obtain a license, somewhere in the 10,000 range. Therefore, it will not come to Xbox, but again, it's going to be freeware. It looks like the team is working hard, and I cannot wait for more updates on this. There is no release date for this yet, but you can check out on their Discord channel down in the description below. And lastly on the list, we have the Embraer ERJ series. The Embraer E-Jet family is a series of 4 abreast, narrow-body, short to medium-range twin-engine jet airliners. That's a mouthful. Carrying 66 to 125 passengers, produced by Brazilian aerospace manufacturers Embraer. The aircraft family was first introduced at the Paris Air Show in 1999 and entered production in 2002. The series has been a commercial successor primarily due to its ability to efficiently serve lower demand routes while offering many of the same amenities and features of larger jets. The E-Jet family is used by mainline and regional airliners around the world and is particularly popular with regional airliners in the United States. The goal of recreating Embraer's E-Series jets for the flight simulator, namely the E170, 175 and the E190, as well as the E195 variants, the team intends to first release the E170 variant as a beta tester, focusing on the versions before embarking on subsequent work on other airplanes. The team is focusing on making the E170 and 190 free, while the future E175 and 195 will most likely require a donation to be made. Robus, or actually, okay, somebody corrected me on this last time. Roboros, I can't pronounce it, has stated that while the team isn't hoping to have a study level airplane, the goal is to have a fairly functional machine where most of the buttons work as expected. They hope to launch the first E-Jet as a similar level to Asobo's default airplanes, and there's no release date for this yet. As they think, it would be unrealistic to set any expectation. Make sure to join the Discord down in the description below to stay updated on all the latest details. And again, this is going to be freeware just like every single other aircraft in this list. Hopefully you did enjoy, and be sure to check out some more recent videos as well as the non-stop driving channel in the top right corner to see some Autobahn videos. And we'll see you next time. Have a good one, and bye-bye.